Hello, welcome to another day of 15 minutes of Zentangling. So we last left off working on this pattern, Marasu, inking it in, and I'm going to continue there today. So I took off a few days from Zentangling. I got really involved in some writing and research projects for school. I'm still really involved in them, but having gotten so absorbed in that work and enjoying it so much, I've also realized I need to take time out to do something that's not school related, and also to get out of my apartment and remember the rest of the world exists. So I'm going to try to rededicate to making sure I take the time to do my Zentangle practice each day, which was, part of the whole purpose of it to begin with. I just get so absorbed in my work. I enjoy it so much that sometimes it's hard to get myself to break away, but I have to remember that breaking away and taking care of myself is restorative and important, so that I can continue to be productive on my work. So here I am, back to my Zentangles, and back outdoors. It's been raining most of the day. It's been quite cool the past few days. The rain is kind of a light mist that just goes on for hours, as opposed to those summer thunderstorms that we were getting last week. So it's just a gentle rain that I can easily put up an umbrella and take a pleasant walk. I'm on UVA grounds again, at a sort of new place, a new table that I had located a few weeks back, right next to a beautiful, well-established magnolia tree. It's just gorgeous, and the scent, it's a lovely place to sit. But I have a feeling during the school year it's a quite popular location, so I should take advantage of it now that it's summer break and most people aren't on grounds. It is one of the few covered tables I was able to find, so even though I can feel a little bit of the mist here and there, the table itself isn't wet and I don't feel my artwork getting wet. So in a light mist like this, the covered walkway that the table is in is sufficient to keep me dry. Otherwise, I would have tangled at my kitchen table. I did a few days ago work on a mandala, mostly because I wanted to test out whether I like Copic markers or my new pencil set on this tan colored paper. So I drew a mandala and sort of tested out shading. And so far, what I've found is the same preference I've always had, which is I like a combination of the pencils and the markers. So that's good to know. I was just wondering if the pencils, what impact would they have on this tan paper. I have yet to try them on white paper. I think that will be one of my next explorations. I thought of that because part of my mandala, I used the same line pattern, alternating the black and the brown in a border. And so this black and brown pattern that I'm using here on Marasu inspired that border on my mandala. Maybe I'll show you the mandala, take a picture of it, or show it to you the next time I'm tangling. Oh, I feel the rain just a little bit more. The breeze sort of gusted it over. If it gets too rainy, you'll have to move indoors. Zentangle practice. What I really needed from my work is a mental break, and I find that if I'm doing anything passive, like taking a walk, or anything that doesn't require concentration, but is just more of a passive activity, my brain goes right back to thinking about schoolwork. So Zentangles really helps me to pause my thinking and shift to something else, which can give a nice break from my mind, help me be more productive later. There's a bird singing. I think it's a robin. There's the swish of cars driving past, and a gentle breeze wafting a little bit of rain mist over, and the lovely scent of that magnolia while it's at it. You can hear rain droplets and accumulated rain coming off of the roof of the building I'm under or near. It has the tiniest, slightest chill in the air, and it's quite humid as well. Not uncomfortably so. I'm excited to get to the shading step of this pattern. Oh yes, I see little itty bitty mist droplets on the artwork. It'll be all right. I think the shading is and highlighting is really what makes this pattern powerful. So I'm excited to get there. But I will still enjoy this step of inking in, taking time, slowing down, and just enjoying the process of laying down some ink. It is like meditation, just observing yourself as you ink in, observing your movements, observing the ink going down on the paper. So in addition to doing Zentangles, I've been working on trying to get some meditation in every day. At one point I was very ambitious and was thinking, oh, I will get in an hour a day. No, I'm lucky to get in 10 minutes. And I really enjoy the 10 minutes. And some days I get in 20 minutes, but I'm not ambitious enough to say I want an hour a day. But anyways, I love this meditation practice. And the meditation practice I'm doing right now, they're talking about the idea of equanimity. And the way they're framing this idea is thinking about just being okay with things, how they are, recognizing for what they are and not needing them to be perfect all the time. Being just kind of relaxed and cool about things. And I think that's really similar to this idea that we have in Zentangles of no mistakes. You know, observing your artwork, enjoying the process, but at the same time, being cool with whatever happens. So it's really neat to sort of see the parallel between that meditation concept and our practice of Zentangles. So I'm going to leave the end right there open, and I'm going to go back to the very center and fill that in now. Sometimes I like to leave the center bit to the end because it all sort of rounds in on itself at that point. All right, here we go. I think we can start with our shading. Okay, so I'm just going to lay down some graphite along the spiral line, trying to make sure it gets sort of on both sides of that spiral line unless there's a black section. And then I'm sort of trying to avoid those because I don't want too much of that, you know, shiny action that happens when you lay down the graphite on a black section. I am going to shade along the edge here of the mother-in-law, the motherhood knot. There we go. It still is looking a little shiny, but I think that's just the way the light is striking it right now. And like I said, I'll do the graphite shading now, and then at the end I'll come back and do some more shading with the Copic markers to intensify. I think I missed a spot up here. Yep, there we go. I might as well get this outside one while I'm at it. we're just about at our 15-minute mark, so I think I'm going to finish putting down this graphite, and then tomorrow we will blend it in and put in any highlighting that we want to put in. I think I'll put some right out here too. Okay. All right, there we are, wrapping up for today. Thank you so much for joining me on this journey of drawing our Zentangles together. I hope that I can see you again tomorrow, and I hope you have a fabulous rest of your day. Bye-bye.